Good evening, Stevens Point. I'm Rachael Ellis.
And I'm Justine Luther.
This week on SPTV News, the Latino Film Series kicked off at the DUC. The UWSP women's basketball team will host the first two rounds of the NCAA tournament, and UWSP students prepare for the opening night of the spring play.
All of this and more when we return.
From the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, this is your SPTV News with Rachael Ellis and Justine Luther.
The Latino Film Series started this week in the DUC Theater. Ji-Sung Kim and Laura Campo have more on the story.
This past week, the College of Letters and Science hosted one of the 3 documentaries of the Latino Film Series. These documentaries are from the landmark 6-part Latino Americans 500 Years of History, produced in 2013 for PBS.
We received a grant from the NEH, the National Endowment for the Humanities, as well as the American Library Association, as part of a year-long effort to encourage Latino American programming throughout the country. The goal of our programming is to have a film series that explains some of the general historical trajectories that Latino Americans have faced, both as immigrants and as American-born citizens in this country.
This series focused on the subject of diversity and immigrant issues.
You know, especially in an election year, I think that there's a lot of misinformation about immigrants and immigration in general, about the benefits of immigration to American society. I think that we can understand these issues a little better if we look at a specific case study, and that being Latino Americans, an incredibly diverse group, ethnically, racially, in terms of class, age, generation.
Students came to watch the film in order to learn about the history of Latinos in America.
Latino history in the States is not something that you really talk about in high school. So for me, it's important to know more about my culture here in the States.
There was a great turnout with over 30 students attending the film. For SPTV News, with Laura Campo, I'm Ji-Sung Kim.
The series will continue throughout March. The next film will take place on March 15th. Visit the UWSP events page for further details.
On February 18th, thousands of protesters gathered at the Capitol in Madison to protest the passing of 3 immigration laws that would negatively affect immigrants living all over the state. Among them was a group of UWSP students. SPTV's Nicole Pfeiffer and Rachael Ellis have more on the story.
UWSP's Latino Student Alliance were among the overwhelming number of protesters in Madison in late February. The organization took 21 students and received support from family and friends who could not make the trip.
I think the protest went really well. There was a lot of people that ended up showing up. For our group, we took 21 students from UWSP, and then there was a lot of other people that were supportive of us that just couldn't make it out because of their schedules or work or school, stuff like that. So, yeah, I think it went really well.
LSA and the thousands of others were shown much support in the community and hopes that these laws do not pass.
It was really awesome having so many people there, all for the same cause. On our way from where we parked our car to the Capitol, we walked about 40 minutes from the car to there, and just walking down the street, you could see there's a lot of businesses that were closed down because for the protests and stuff like that.
AB 450 was passed in the Assembly during the protests and is now awaiting the Senate's approval. This law would ban sanctuary cities in Wisconsin, most notably affecting those in Milwaukee, Racine, and Madison counties. The SB 533 law, which would block cities from issuing states' IDs, has been passed by both the Assembly and the Senate and is being sent to Governor Walker for final approval.
And then we have heard back from other legislators that the AB 450 to get rid of sanctuary cities, though, is very unlikely to pass because of the protests.
The president of LSA believes that the group did make a difference and that their voices will be heard.
Yeah, I think that us going over there showed that there are students, so UW students that are supportive of, Latino immigrants in this state, and I think that we made an impact there.
For SPTV News, along with Rachael Ellis, I'm Nicole Pfeiffer.
LSA, as well as immigrant communities all over Wisconsin, are waiting to hear Governor Walker's position. SPTV News will keep you updated on this story.
UWSP's Women Resource Center is sponsoring Love Your Body Week starting March 7th. Each day of the week has a different event. Monday is Love Your Belly Day. Tuesday is International Women's Day. Wednesday is Love Your Humps Day. Thursday will be Love Your Genitals Day. And finally, Friday is Love Your Face Day. They will be tabling every day that week from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the DUC. For more information on this, visit the Women's Resource Center website or their Facebook page.
Century World hosted the event The Night That Love Built this past Thursday. SPTV has more on the story. The event called The Night That Love Built was last Thursday, February 25th at Century World in Stevens Point. The event brought a crowd of 300 people together to celebrate the awareness and proceeds that were given to the Ronald McDonald House in Marshfield. There were a variety of fun things going on, such as the band Boogie and the Yo-Yos performing, and over $12,000 worth of raffle prizes being sold.
It's really important that these people are coming together to do this. We've received so many great donations, and like I said, $12,000 in raffle prizes. That's amazing, especially we each put Beanie Baby in each of our raffle baskets to signify kind of that this is for the children and kind of what we were going to do with that and how this will affect the Ronald McDonald House in Marshfield.
I was lucky enough to talk with somebody who had a personal experience with the Ronald House themselves.
Well, we had preemie twins. They're born at 29 weeks. So we would have stayed in the Marshfield Ronald McDonald House for about 4 months, but my husband's parents still live there. But we really understood the value of being close by the hospital when you have kids in the hospital. And then we ended up using the Ronald House in Milwaukee for a couple months. So I became really passionate about how it helps families.
People were so willing and grateful to help out, especially with our sponsors. It usually is a struggle for us to try to get things together, and really it wasn't hard with people so willing to donate. It was amazing.
For SPTV News, I'm JJ Luther. The event had a successful turnout and it brought members of the community together for a great cause.
The Tutoring Learning Center is offering free tutoring for students, but not in the LRC. Instead, they are offering it in Lower DeBow in room 073. There will be tutors to help students with writing and chemistry. These sessions will be available every Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. now until the end of the semester. You do not need to set up an appointment for this. It's first come, first serve.
The Chinese Culture Club is having a lantern festival that is open to the public. At this event, the members of the club will speak out about the history of the floating lanterns and why this is custom and important to the Chinese culture. There will be food and drinks at the event. You can purchase your tickets in advance or the day of the festival. It will be held in the DUC Laird Room 230 on March 9th at 6:30 p.m.
So this past weekend, I watched Tangled, and the Chinese lanterns, this reminds me of that scene where they're out on the lake and they're in the boat and there's lanterns everywhere. And it's gorgeous.
Gosh, I'm sorry, this was so pretty, even like with cartoons. I know, all I can think of is when I was in high school and had those Chinese kind of looking lanterns hanging like from your ceiling, like in all different colors. I loved them, they were super pretty.
Yeah, very, very decorative.
Yeah, for sure. The University Writers Club is having a competition for bad poetry. Contestants will read or recite an original bad poem to be judged based off of their presentation and the reaction they get from the audience. There is no limit on how the poem must be. Students may even write their own poems if they wish. The winner of this contest will have their poem published in the spring edition of Barney Street. The contest will begin at 7 p.m. on March 9th in the University Library in room 650.
Students can have free professional pictures taken as well as receive job search advice next Thursday. The Tutoring Learning Center will be hosting a LinkedIn workshop. You can get help creating a LinkedIn account and building a resume or CV. The event will be held from 6 to 8 p.m. in the LRC room 018. This workshop is open to all UWSP students and counts for SBE credit.
Did you know that cinnamon can cure headaches or that mint can stop nausea? Schmeekley Reserve will be hosting tales from Nature's Pharmacy, where members of the community can learn about the health benefits of several common plants and their medicinal uses. The program is free and will be in the Visitor Center of the Reserve from 6 to 7 p.m. on March 10th.
The dancers of Shahrazad are teaching the art of belly dancing. The student organization performs at different events throughout the year. The most popular event that they go to is the annual Portage County Cultural Festival. You do not need any experience to join the group as they are willing to teach newcomers. They have classes every Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. inside the Health Enhancement Center in room 154.
Cinertainment Production is giving students the opportunity to learn how to cut and decorate leather. You can make your own wristbands, bookmarks, and much more at Leather Tooling Night. There are limited spots open, so you can sign up beforehand at the University Information and Ticket Desk. This will take place on Thursday, March 10th at 8 p.m. in the Encore Room, inside the DUC. This is free if you bring your UWSP student ID.
And that's all we have for news today. Nathan Hansen has the latest in sports when we return.
Want to see a news show from behind the scenes? Feel free to stop by the studio to check out SPTV News on Thursdays at 5 p.m. We're always looking for more volunteers both on air and off to join our team. Stop by room 118 and 130 in the Communications Arts Center if you'd like to learn more about it or just to say hello.
Interested in TV and like to talk about sports? Then Final Take is the thing for you. Final Take films every Tuesday at 4 p.m. in the CAC Room 121. Come and join the fun. At Final Take, anything Pointers, anything sports.
And now, Nathan Hansen with your SPTV Sports.
Welcome back. In sports this week, the UWSP women's basketball team has been selected to host the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament this weekend. Traveling to Stevens Point will be George Fox University from Oregon, St. Norbert, and DePauw University. George Fox will take on St. Norbert in the first game Friday night at 5 p.m., followed by the Pointers and DePauw at 7:30. The winner on Friday will then play Saturday night at 7 p.m. for a chance to advance to the Sweet 16. The third-ranked men's hockey team advanced to the WAC championship game by tying Eau Claire 2-2 last Friday before defeating the Blue Golds 2-1 on Saturday night. The Pointers will travel to River Falls for the championship this Saturday, with the puck drop scheduled for 7:05. The UWSP women's hockey team also advanced to the WIC championship game by defeating Superior 7-1 on Friday night and 2-1 in overtime on Saturday. The Pointers will face off in the River Falls for the championship for the third consecutive year at 2:05 p.m. on Saturday. The Pointers and Falcons split the regular season series 2-2. Now moving on to softball, the UWSP softball team got their season underway last weekend in Minnesota, where they went 1-3. The Pointers will return to Minnesota on March 12th to take on Buena Vista before traveling to Florida March 17th, where they will play 12 games over spring break. The WIA boys basketball playoffs got underway on Tuesday, where 7th-seeded Pacelli saw their season come to an end with a 47-46 loss to Reedsville. Spash received a bye in the regional quarterfinals. I caught up with the Panthers to discuss the tournament.
The WIA boys basketball playoffs have kicked off. Spash enters the postseason with 22 wins and no losses.
Our goal was to try to win conference, so we accomplished that. And then another goal is we want to win the regional this weekend and then win a sectional and then win a state title. So those are our goals. The fact that we went through the year undefeated was, looking back at the regular season, it's special.
Another successful season has Coach Scott Anderson excited for more playoff basketball.
We've been really a well-balanced team and have played good team basketball. We share the ball. As long as they stay hungry and keep working at it at practice and coming prepared to play the game, I think that we'll put ourselves in a good position to make another run at it.
Seniors Trevor Anderson and Sam Hauser lead the way, but everybody contributes.
It sure is nice to have a couple of the best players in the state on your team, and obviously Joey's a very good player as well. Kind of got a three-headed monster there in terms of scoring and all the things that they bring to our team, and the rest of our team. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be who we are either.
Wins don't come without hard work at this level of competition. The Panthers know what it takes to hold the gold ball trophy at the end of the year.
From day one, he's been preaching the same things, and he really challenges us every day to be at our best and just improve at things that we are weak at and even get better at the things we're good at.
Pretty much everyone on the team right now that plays a lot for us has that experience and opportunity to go deep in the playoffs, so we know what it takes, and we know what we got to do to get back down there.
Spash is the #1 basketball team in Wisconsin. They know that the target is on their back.
It's just us. We're not going to listen to outside talk. We're not going to listen to people trying to heckle us, trying to get under our skins. If we play well, obviously with the talent we have, I think that we're going to stand a good chance in pretty much any game.
After winning one state championship already, they have their eyes set on another.
It'd mean a lot, but we're not done. A lot of people are saying we're an automatic bid to the tournament, but we got a lot of work to do before that.
The one means the world, but adding another one would just kind of be the icing on the cake.
Although Spash is predicted to win another state title, they know they have to play their best basketball to do just that.
They know there's good teams out there that, if we're not on our game, then you get into this new season, you're not on your game one night, and that's all she wrote. It's over. So I think that veteran part, that experience part, will help us with that, and they know they have to bring their A game now.
The Spash Panthers are focused and ready to make a run at their second straight state championship. For SPTV Sports, I'm Nathan Hansen.
Spash will begin its quest to repeat as state champs on Friday in the regional semifinal against Appleton North. Well, it's finally March, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited because this is the best basketball time of the year. It's bracket season.
Yeah, I love basketball. I don't watch it all the time, but I definitely am excited to watch some good games.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm more of a baseball person. It's coming up next month, but yeah, basketball, that'll be fun.
Well, if you don't pay attention to basketball, your bracket will probably end up better than mine. So.
Very true.
I'll guess. We'll see how this works out. And on that note, we'll be right back. Up next, Milica Mitrovic has the latest in entertainment.
Don't let the snow and cold get you down this winter. The frozen tundra outside may keep you indoors, but here at SPTV, we'll still be getting you the best news, sports coverage, and entertainment that you need. Don't freeze your fingers and toes off to find out what's happening around campus. Stay warm, everyone.
Serving a campus of 9,600 strong, we are the home of UWSP Television. We are SPTV. You can find us on Charter Channel 983, online, or on any of our social media sites. All of the music's here on PMTV Late Night. Catch PMTV running all night long only on SPTV.
Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
And now Milica Mitrovic with the latest in SPTV entertainment.
Welcome back. Entertainment Production is hosting a night of reggae music with 2 Wisconsin native bands. The opening act is a band from Madison called Newport Jam. They are ranked 22 on the Reverb Nation website for bands in Wisconsin. The band has traveled and performed in Florida, Minnesota, and Iowa. And the main performance is a band called Tug. They are originally from La Crosse, Wisconsin, and started in 2003. Their musical influences are based off music from Bob Marley, Sublime, The Dirty Heads, Jimi Hendrix, and many more artists. The concert will begin at 8 p.m. in the Encore Room located in the DUC. This is a free event if you remember to bring your student IDs. The theater department is putting on their spring play. Noble Rudman has more on the story.
This weekend at UWSP is the opening weekend of the Theater and Drama Department's production of William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Director Stephen Trevelyan Smith encourages people to attend and says that the performance will be different than most.
What we're actually doing is what you don't usually get to see very often these days. Everybody does some weird, wild science fiction, space, Old West, Victorian, whatever version, and ours is actually being set in Elizabethan costume, which is the way the original would have been done.
According to Trevelyan Smith, most productions aren't able to be put on the way this one is.
If you have a chance to see it, you should try to, because usually people don't have the resources in order to do something as beautiful and as period correct as we're doing. So if you get the chance to see it, you may not get the chance to see it done this way very well.
Okay, make sure you take
Sylvia Bond, an actress in the production, talked about her experience acting in a Shakespeare play.
So Shakespeare is really interesting to work on because it's very academic in the way that you have to approach the text and you have to know what you're saying and you're speaking in a way that obviously we don't normally speak in. So it's different in that way, but in other respects it's very similar to what we do now, and it should be very similar to what we do now, which is like talking and listening to the other person, which sometimes you go to a Shakespeare show and you don't see that with people. They're just reciting their lines.
Bond says that even though Shakespeare can be confusing, audiences will be able to track the story.
Even though we're talking in this heightened language, everyone should be able to figure out, oh, this is what they meant by this line. And I think we're doing a wonderful job with that. I don't ever feel lost in what people are saying. I know what they're saying and why.
Trevelyan Smith spoke of the enormous size of the production.
Well, there's 23 students cast in the production, which is great, but when you count all the designers, I would say there's somewhere, and also stage managers, somewhere between, 40 or 50 people working on the show, including in front of the audience and also backstage, and like I said, design. So it's a huge project that a lot of students are working with, which is great. We have students from the theater and design department from all over Minnesota and Wisconsin, but there's also people working on the play from as far away as Oregon and Pennsylvania, because we now are a nationally recognized program and we get students from all over the country.
The play will also include a few tricks along the way.
We're throwing a few twists in that I won't give away until the audience comes and sees it. So there's a few little modern touches here and there, but for the most part it's being set in Elizabethan times.
A Midsummer Night's Dream will be shown in Jenkins Theater this weekend and next weekend. For SPTV, I'm Noble Runman.
A Midsummer's Night Dream will be on Friday through Sunday in the Jenkins Theater this weekend. On Friday and Saturday, the show will begin at 7:30 p.m., and on Sunday, it will begin at 2 p.m. There are also going to be performances next weekend. Open Mic Night is back at UWSP. You are able to sign up before the show at the University Information and Ticket Desk located in the DUC. There are limited space for this event. And for those who are looking to perform a musical act, there will be a keyboard provided for you. The show will start at 8 p.m. and go until 11 p.m. in the Encore Room. For more information on signing up, contact Centertainment Productions. The Stevens Point Riverfront Arts Center is allowing young students to show off their artwork this Sunday. Students in grades 7 through 12 are going to be showcasing all different types of art at the reception for Emerging Artists exhibit. The reception will begin at 1 p.m. and go until 3 p.m. This is a free event for the public to attend. For more information on signing up, please contact the Riverfront Arts Center. The movie featuring at the Dreyfus University Center Theater will be Sisters. It's a movie starring Tina Fey and Amy Fuller. It's about two sisters who have the weekend to clean out their childhood rooms before their parents sell the house. And they really just want to relive the glory days one last time. This comedic movie will be held on both Thursday, March 10th, and Saturday, March 12th. And there will be 2 showings on each day, both at 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. For free admission, remember to bring your student IDs, or it will cost you $5 to attend. Well, that's all we have for entertainment for the week, and we'll be right back after the break.
Like to talk about sports? Join Final Take every Tuesday at 4 p.m. At Final Take, anything Pointers, anything sports.
How can you get involved with student media at UWSP? Connecting with your campus television station, SPTV, is easy. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Vine, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Pinterest, follow us on Instagram, or connect with us on Google+. But of course, the best way for you to get involved and stay up to date with all that is happening at our station is to stop by our studio. We're located in the Communication Arts Center at UWSP, Studio B, Room 121. You can also drop by our office, Room 130, for more information on station happenings. We can't wait to get you involved. Come join us at SPTV. Let's make media together.
Be a part of something super Greek at UWSP. There are 9 chapters and colonies on campus: Phi Sigma Phi, Gamma Phi Delta, Theta Xi, Sigma Delta Rho, Sigma Tau Gamma, Delta Phi Epsilon, Tau Kappa Epsilon, Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia, and Phi Omega. Greek life at UWSP is a great way to build your personal support system and resume. With Greek life at UWSP, you won't just be a member, but a happy friend to the chapters and colonies for life. See what opportunities Greek life could offer you.
Great opportunity to promote leadership, a great way to get connections, and also to build bonds between different groups.
You get the opportunity to grow yourself as a leader and as a person, both through your organization and connections through Inter-Greek Council and other avenues like that.
Greek life isn't what you see in the movies. I recommend checking out one of the recruitment events for the organizations and just seeing maybe you belong there.
So guys, the Oscars were this past Sunday. Who watched?
I did. I watched like a little portion of it, but I don't have cable at my house, so I didn't really get to see the whole thing. But Leo won, and that's all I care about.
I just want to say thank you, America. Finally got your heads on straight with that one.
For
Leo
real.
deserved that a long time ago.
Absolutely.
Did you guys end up watching it, or?
It's an award show. I don't watch award shows, but Leo definitely deserved it. I guess you gotta get attacked by a bear to win an Oscar, finally.
True enough.
You gotta do what it takes.
Yeah.
And Lady Gaga, her performance was pretty amazing too, I heard.
Yeah, very, very powerful.
She's amazing.
No,
I
she
applaud
is.
her for everything.
Absolutely. Well, that is all we have, Stevens Point. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to check out on our social media pages for upcoming stories and updates. Until next time, have a great night.
I'm the current promotions director at SPTV. My job allows for me to have a lot of personal creative direction because that is the team environment that we instill here at SPTV. This past summer, I had the opportunity to write for hercampus.com as well as thedailyquark.com. Personally, I feel that being involved with SPTV has really helped boost my confidence and my ability to network with other students. If student media is something that interests you, and even if you're not really sure what student media means, you should stop by our studios. We are looking forward to having you involved this year, and we cannot wait to make media with you.
Hi, I'm Laura Braun, the General Manager at SPTV. I'm a Stevens Point native and want to make sure that we're providing you with the best local coverage of all the news, sports, and entertainment as we possibly can. If you have any questions or comments about our organization, feel free to email us or stop by our offices. We're located in the Communication Arts Center at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point and can't wait to meet you, because today we can make media together.
This public service announcement is brought to you by SPTV.
Hi, my name is Julia Flaherty. I've been living with juvenile diabetes for more than half of my life. I realized fairly early on in my diagnosis that this was an opportunity for me to take responsibility to draw awareness about a disease that, according to JDRF.org, affects almost 3 million Americans today. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month. That's why I'm asking you to tweet me at Miss Trenchie on Twitter to tell me how you are going to help the world be diabetes-free. This disease is not curable. It is treatable, but for some people, that doesn't make it any less tolerable. Whether you have juvenile diabetes, know someone that does, or are just inspired to learn more about it, the month of November gives you a great opportunity to start. Don't push disease to invisibility. Set it free.
This public service announcement is not affiliated with JDRF.org. This has been an SPTV production. Together, we strive to make media with UWSP students.
My name is Lance Castor. I graduated from UW-Stevens Point in 2014. I started at SPTV my junior year. I was looking for a fun experience that also provided me with a chance to learn